with Ilya Taporia losing last night and Hamzat Chimaev losing last month, it made me think about something. I hate undefeated fighters. I don't know why. Ever since I was little and got into the sport, I've always disliked fighters with good records. Not even just undefeated ones, but if they have like one loss, or records of like 28-2, or not, that's not that bad, but like 30-1 or something. I don't know. And listen, I don't want to go into an introspective deep dive in my thoughts because I'm irrelevant. I'm going to wait for myself to have like 1 million followers and people would actually ask, hey, why do you hate undefeated fighters? You know, to give my reasoning. But I'm pretty sure it's because I've taken so many L's in life that I just hate to see other people winning. I'm sorry, I'm just a hater, like genuinely. I didn't really think about it until, not recently, but this year kind of, when I started competing in jiu-jitsu a lot, and there's a couple guys that were undefeated on smooth comp, even though they're not actually. One of them lost since then in ADCC finals, a weight class below me, and the other one beat me, but he has another account where he's like 8-3, so I don't know why he's got 2 profiles. But low-key, I want to do that shit. It is aura, though. Being undefeated just gives you invincibility. It's really cool to see. I like it in the build-up. I'm not a hater where I'm like, I want every single person with an O at the end of the record to just, lose. I don't want anyone to be undefeated. It makes for hyped matchups. I wanted Hamzat Chimaev to lose to Robert Whittaker, and I wanted Sean Strickland to beat Dricus du Plessis. I wanted them both to lose. I'm like, Dricus is 22-2 or whatever at the time. He's on a big winning streak. Hamzat's 14-0. He's undefeated. I don't like that. Both you guys, you're winning a little bit too much for my liking. You both need to take an L. I'd rather see Strickland versus Whittaker, right? Where they both had records of like 30-7 or like 28-7, 28-6. But if I think about it, it's for the best that both Hamzat and Dricus won because it made for a more interesting matchup. It made for like 10-fight winning streak versus undefeated 15-fight winning streak. Both guys 9-0, 10-0 in the UFC. It was more interesting. If it were Whittaker versus Strickland, probably wouldn't have been as hyped, honestly. So it is good. It is good to have long win streaks, undefeated records, people that have aura, right? Because if everybody was beatable, it wouldn't really make moments like this, like Ilya losing, that great, right? Like when Justin beat Paddy Pimblett. We've seen that guy lose before. He literally robbed Jared Gordon. He's lost several times before that outside the UFC. And also the fact that he's a much worse fighter than Ilya. But still, records do mean something. They shouldn't mean everything in MMA, and they don't. And I'm going to make another video. I just thought of another idea about how no one's actually undefeated, where I'll use a lot of these same points. But for me personally, I just dislike seeing people win. I'm not that much of a hater and a loser where I'm like, yeah, anybody who wins besides me or my homies, fuck you. Like, nothing like that. But it gets to a certain point where you just like seeing the underdog win. I like seeing the underdog win, bro. I've always disliked people like Floyd Mayweather, who's not actually undefeated. He lost in the Olympics and got a lot of robberies as a boxer. He should be like 40-2. Khabib Nurmagomedov, once again, less egregious because, it's debatable if he lost to Gleison Tebow or not. It was kind of close. But he could have lost that. And he also ducked a lot of hard people. And on top of that, he lost in Sambo. Different sport, but still, he's not unbeatable. But he's the closest thing we've seen to it in any combat sport. Dominic Cruz said it best, and this is when it really resonated with me. He said that if you retire undefeated or you're undefeated in anything, then you didn't push yourself hard enough. You didn't test yourself. You didn't go to see how far you could be pushed. It's impossible for someone to actually be unbeatable. It's like that one quote about life. Like, no one dies a virgin, life fucks us all. I feel the same way about losses. No one is undefeated at anything, because life gives us all L's every single day, or very often at least. I could be 100-0 in jiu-jitsu. Life has given me so many big L's that I am very defeated. I think that's where my dislike, not hatred, but dislike of undefeated fighters started. Because I don't know what's going on in your personal life. You can consider Ilya getting divorced in L, but I still want to see that official 1 at the end of his record, not that O, But at the same time, it does give him hype and aura. I've been told I'm getting my blue belt in September. No more sandbagging. If my eyes heal fast, I might be able to come back for a few more comps before then. And low-key, I'm gonna make another smooth comp. Same name. I'm not gonna do anything like, I'm cheating system. I'm still a beginner. But I'm gonna do a couple comps and just get myself to like 10-0, 20-0, just to be like, hey, I'm undefeated too. See, it doesn't really mean that much. But yeah, I feel like undefeated people have that kind of stubbornness about them. Like they don't test themselves. They're kind of scared to lose their O. They're protecting their records. And not all of them, but that kind of stigma just rolls with it. And that just adds to my dislike of them. So yeah, for all those reasons, I don't really like undefeated fighters or fighters on big winning streaks. I feel like they're too scared to lose and they don't test themselves or push